Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. Today I have here another unboxing. This is another pen that came from China and I'm quite excited with it because it is another pen, another big pen. I'm using this 2022 Victorinox knife in grey to open this package. So here we go. This is the way I open these kind of packages. I just try to see or feel where the pen is and then just cut this over because there is no need to be here struggling with the package. This kind of packaging is very efficient in protecting the pens, but otherwise it's very annoying. So here is the big pen. This is the new WingSung WingSung 630. I'm a little bit tired today, so I'm missing the right words. So this is quite a big pen. It is interesting because nowadays there is some kind of release of these bigger pens from China. So it is an interesting pen that will remind us of a Montblanc pen in almost every way, I would say, except for the clip. It reminds us of the Montblanc Meisterstück 149. I'll try to leave links below, including for that Montblanc 149, if you want to see it. And here we have, it has a big nib. This is a steel nib. There is a version of this pen with a gold nib, but it was too expensive. I didn't want to spend that kind of money, and so I just bought this one, mostly for fun for the channel than for anything else. This pen cost me around 45 euros in total, with all the taxes and so on to come here to Portugal. So it is quite a big pen. It doesn't post. Okay, no, it posts securely, but you need to force it a little bit. I wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't post a pen this big anyway. So this is a very interesting pen because it is very, very similar with the Montblanc. And yes, we may say it is kind of a replica, it is not a fake, it doesn't say anywhere it is Montblanc, it says it is a WingSung 630. Today I'm a little bit tired. I didn't make a special note, so I'm afraid I will mess up some of the names. If I do, please, sorry, but I'll try to just to show you. So this is, as I told you, big pen, number 8 nib, number 8 size nib, which is kind of nice. This is one of the most interesting stuff that's happening now in the Chinese pens. And we have a piston filler, so very, very interesting. And it is more interesting even because when we compare these pens with some other, because people always say that's a fake. Okay, I don't feel this is a fake. I think this is a copy of the Montblanc 149, but that's interesting because it comes in relation with some other pens. So I just want to talk to you about this. Let me uncap the pen to show you my idea. So this is the WingSung 630. The WingSung 630 comes into life within kind of a family of pens, and we have several of them that are of the same shape and size. I have one here, which is the Mahjong or Moonman, it depends. This is still Moonman, it's written there on cap pen, and it's green, not black. Also a piston filler, very similar pen, but it will come in a series of pens that are cigar shaped with, but a little bit, they are cigar shape, sorry. Some are smaller, like this, with a smaller nib, which is kind of a number 6 nib. The nib is not small itself. we cannot say that. But when we compare it with this kind of pen, yes, it is a smaller nib. So in this family, we'll have this pen, we'll have this other, which is the Sailor. Let me check if it is, yes, because they are so similar. This is the Sailor 1911 large, which is also very interesting pen with the same kind of size, the same kind of nib. This is a 21 karat gold nib pen. And we also will have here I guess I just need a moment to get something which I don't have here. I thought I did, sorry. So here it is, sorry about this. I was going for the Pilot Costume 743, which is the same kind of pen also, but the question, and I will explain why I had to cut the video a little bit, because you see, same kind of pen, maybe a little larger than the other ones, with a different kind of clip. Oh, please, just stay. And because I had to go for this one, because I had my other Pilot Costume 743 here with me, but the nib is drying after being soaked to clean, so I don't have it was not in okay condition to show you here, so I went for the Verdigris edition, which is an exclusive edition for the United States, although you can get it in Europe through Apple Boom, and I also leave the link below. So Pilot Costume 743, about the same size and shape. I have here the Platinum President, very similar pen. Some of them have a slightly bigger or smaller nib, but they are mostly the same kind of pen, same kind of size, and where is the other one? It's here. No, it's not. Sorry about this, because okay, it's here. This is a mess. This is the WingSung 629. So this is 629, this is 630. So this is the next number to this one. And it is a very similar pen, as you can see, but with a number 6 nib, also with an ink window, and it is also a piston filler. So it is interesting because we can say this one is the similar one to the Montblanc 149, and this will be the similar to the Montblanc 146. So, as I was saying, this is kind of a big family of pens with some are a little smaller with number 6 nib. Then we have some that are bigger but still with a number 6 nib. The same kind of overall shape. This is the Jinhao 159, which is not a very beautiful or nice pen, all metal with that number 6 nib. I also have here some more pens in the same kind of idea or concept. This is the Moonman M1000, which is also a big pen, but it has a number 6 Iovo nib. So you'll see, same kind of size. So we were talking about smaller pens in number 6 size, and then bigger pens, but still with a number 6 size. And to me, one of the best comparisons with this pen, and let me take some of the way. We don't need all these here. I think you got the point. So to me, one of the best comparisons for this kind of pen, of this concept with of a bigger pen with a smaller nib, is this one, and this is the Senator. So they will have slight differences regarding the clips and filling mechanisms, but this one is also a piston filler, and it is the Senator President, which is also a very big pen, clearly inspired in the Montblanc 149, but with a number 6 nib instead of the number 8. I also have here not any more of those kind of concept of bigger pens with number 6 nib. So let me just bring this one here. I know this video maybe is a little bit confusing, but I just want you to see this kind of progression. So smaller pens, number 6 nib, bigger pens, number 6 nib, and then bigger pens with bigger nibs. And for those with the same size, I have another, I have a William Shakur Titan, which has a big nib, but the shape is different, concept is different, so I didn't bring it here. But you have some other pens, and some are modern, some are vintage. These are all modern except for this one, which is, I'm not sure if it is vintage, but I think it's from the Senator President, I think it's from the 1970s, which will make me kind of vintage also. But talking about vintage, we'll have here another pen, which is the Flaro Titan or Titan, which has a big nib also. You can see, just compare it. It has kind of a big nib, and it is a vintage pen. This is very interesting. I got this from my fellow YouTuber, the pen collector, Bogdan, which sent me this pen. He was very nice, and it is an interesting vintage pen, clearly inspired also in the Montblanc 149. Then I have, what I have more? I have the Jinhao X159, which is a very, very interesting pen with a number 8 nib. Focus, please. It is, I really think this pen is interesting, and when we have this pen here, we can put it next to the Jinhao 159, and we have clear differences. The nib is much bigger on this one, and it's made of plastic instead of metal like that one. So we'll take the 159 away. Let's just keep here the X159. They recently released another interesting pen, Jinhao, which was this Jinhao 9019 Dadao. I don't know what that Dadao means. It is a very interesting pen. People tried to say this reminded them of the Montblanc 149 also, because people have fixation about Montblanc 149, and everything that is cigar shaped is Montblanc is a Montblanc copy or fake. We should not forget that Schiffer created the kind of cigar shape we had. Let's say it this way. I know I'm being too generic, but let's say like this. In the beginning there was Parker with the flat tops, and there was Schiffer with cigar shape. So everything is then some evolutions about on these kind of designs. So this is clearly not a copy of that Montblanc. I think all the idea is different. And for the last two pens for this unboxing to get really long and annoying and you'll complain, I know that my subscribers will not, because some of you come for these unboxings where I don't make any writing samples, but you come from to have these comparisons that you enjoy. So this is the one of the most expensive pens I have, the Sailor King of Pen. This is the Mandarin Yellow, which is a beautiful color, also with a number 8 nib. And you can see it's the same kind of concept. I'll take the Flaro Titan out of the way, and you'll see the same kind of concept. The difference is that this pen is a piston filler and this one is a cartridge pen. And to end this, we have this one that has the mark there. The WingSung doesn't. This is the Montblanc Meisterstück 149, let's call it the real one. So this one posts much better, and it's a big pen with a big nib. It's kind of a number 9 nib, as far as I know. It's a bigger nib than the King of Pen. So we have here some quite interesting pens. I have to say that I like the Senator President, but yeah, I don't prefer piston filler pens, and it has a smaller nib, but it's quite an interesting pen. This one has a blind cap, and then the piston knob is here, so it's a little different. It's kind of an older vintage German concept or design. And so let's narrow these down. We have this one, which is a different one from the others. You can see the placement. It is a very interesting pen, very nice, very big, thick. But you can see that the ring on the cap is on the bottom. It doesn't have ring there, so it doesn't have a ring here. It is a slightly different pen. The others don't, also depending on which we are talking about. So it's a different pen. I would say it doesn't have that one. It is a cartridge pen. So we are left with these, and let's see. This is really kind of, one is the evolution of the other. You can see they are clearly similar. The WingSung 629 and the WingSung 630. I will take these away. And then people, as I was saying, people always say that pens are copies of the Montblanc. I don't think so. And I will talk a little, I'll make a video about pen genetics with some Japanese pens and so on. But we have here some pens that are similar but not that similar. So we have 2 piston fillers and we have 2 cartridge converter pens. Regarding their design and their concept, I would say that these two, yes, these are really similar. Okay, these are comparable with the other ones, and it is fair to make that comparison, and I will make it. I made already a video comparing comparing the Pilot King of Pen with the Montblanc 149, because I think it makes sense, because they have different filling systems. But when people say that Jinhao copied the Montblanc, I would say they didn't. I would say they copied the Sailor King of Pen. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, because these kind of copies go over very well-known designs that are around for ages. So I would say there isn't even any industrial or intellectual property over the design or the concept of these pens anymore. So people do it, and now we are shocked. We are very shocked about these, and we say lots of things. Oh, but the Chinese, like that, they just copy everything. Not true. One good example is this pen. I don't think this is a copy of anything. People will say, okay, but it reminds me of the Namiki Emperor, and we'll go on and on. But we forget about, for example, the Italians and how they copied the Parker 51 with the Aurora 88. Actually, they made some differences, but people will think, okay, that's the same pen. It's not, but it's easy to do that. and people say that, people will say that Sailor copied the Montblanc 149, that Jinhao is copied. Okay, things are not like that, and we shouldn't think only, oh, but the Chinese did. Okay, and the Germans with this Senator pen, clearly inspired on the Montblanc, didn't they do the same? Or the Romanian with the Flaro pens. We have to think that all the politics and geography of the world is not the same as used to be, or it used to be something different than it is today. Okay, about these two pens, yes, they are clearly two of a kind, I have to say, but this design is quite old, so I don't think there is really kind of a crime there. You may say there may be some lack of imagination, maybe, but will allow you to have a pen for, okay, with a steel nib, but there is a version with a gold nib, but allow you to have a pen for 45 euros, and this one will cost around 900. So I would say the people that buy them, these will not steal customers from these pens. And you see that I bought this one, which is very expensive, but I also bought Jinhao X159. I bought the Montblanc, which is very expensive. Okay, I didn't pay the full price because I wouldn't pay the full price for a Montblanc 149, but I paid it in used condition, and I also bought the, let's call it the imitation. So it's not that clearly. People will not substitute the pens that way, and I think they are very, very similar in weight. Maybe Montblanc is just a little bit heavier, but all the concept is the same, the kind of ink window. By the way, WingSung has different kind of ink windows to choose from, and the caps are similar, except in the way that the cap on the WingSung doesn't have that little thing that Montblanc has, but the kind of engraving and the cap bands are very similar. We have, let me just get it's this one, the WingSung the WingSung 629, which has a closer cap to the Montblanc with that thing there in the middle of the clip than the new 630, which has kind of a plain clip that reminds more of maybe Sailor or the Platinum 3776 Century than of the Montblanc. And also the other difference, as I was saying, it is the steel nib. The WingSung is also available with a gold nib. So here you have the two beautiful nibs, and it will be interesting. It will be interesting to compare them. I know I'm coming to these videos a little bit late. There are lots of other videos there that you can check about these pens. You have the Inquiring Minds channel and the Chris Rapp channel also, and he addressed these pens and many other people. And I'm not trying to compare my work with them, but I think it's always interesting to have another view or another take on the same pen. So this was a very long unboxing, but you know, it is not only unboxing, it's kind of a comparison. There are more pens with this kind of concept, different kinds of sizes. I could have gone forever talking about this. Just to show you the pen, I will ink it, I will write with it, I will think about it, and I will think about some more videos to make with these pens, and then let you know what are my kind of middle term thoughts and what are my ideas of these. And maybe I'll do some pen genetics video, which is something that it's fun just for us to drop some of our preconceptions. And this is, you see, I'm looking at the pen. I didn't know if it was the WingSung, which is easier to understand because of the clip, or if it was the Montblanc. Montblanc is heavier, I think. Okay, but I will see all that. So this was the WingSung 630. I hope you enjoyed this very long video, and I'll be here soon for some more. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff if you want to. And we'll meet again soon. Bye.